Hi everyone, welcome back to a new video on Riyalizations, and today's video is a much requested one. I know there are so many aspirants who are preparing for CAT and IIMs, but they are not sure how they'll be able to pay such a huge fees. That was the same case with me. So until and unless I had gotten my offer letter and I got introduced to the banks, I did not know what are the avenues, like how much is the fees, and because the fees is so high, close to anywhere between 25 to 30 lakhs, how is anyone from a very lower middle class or middle class family like mine, how are they supposed to pay the fee? Am I supposed to pay the entire fee upfront, or what do I do if I don't have that kind of money? So I had made a short around this, and a lot of you requested me to make a detailed video on this topic, from covering everything from loan, repayment, scholarships. So this is exactly that video for you, where I break down the entire process of financing your MBA. And in this video, we'll cover things like how to get the loan, what's the process like, and what are the terms. Then there's the part about repayment, how and when the repayment starts, what's the estimated number of years it takes for someone to repay the loan. Then a very important part is financial aid and scholarships. So there are so many of you who worry, how will I be able to pay off such a huge loan if I have family responsibilities, if I do not come from such a good background? So worry not. Institutions like the IIMs and the renowned B schools, they try their best to sponsor or help out students who come from such backgrounds, and they have this offering called financial aid. So we'll also cover that. Then there are corporate and government scholarships, that also we'll cover here. And finally, there's this interest subsidy scheme by the central government, which is a great initiative. If you're eligible for that, then you should definitely apply for it when you're applying for the loan. So these are all the things we'll be covering. So yeah, if these are the things you'd be wanting someone to answer on the internet, this is the video. And before beginning, just make sure you like, subscribe, and yeah, let's get started. So let's get started with the first one, which is a loan. How does it work? You've gotten your offer letter from B school. Now, how do you reach out to banks and ask for a loan? So you don't have to worry much if you made it to a good B school. There are like top 100 to 200 B schools, which are directly in the list of banks. So anyone who's gotten an offer letter from that B school, the banks directly reach out to those students. In the description of the video, I'll link down documents from the different banks covering the list of institutes that fall in that list. So even the banks have lists, AA list, single A list, like top 10, top 100, depending on the bank. And the terms and conditions vary, but you can get a good idea. If you make it to which all B school, you will get a very easy collateral free loan. So for the top tier B schools, you can get a loan as high as 40 to 50 lakhs, and you have to repay it in 15 years. Yeah, the repayment period is really long. So very few students, like a very small percentage, will face any trouble repaying the loan. Plus, there's no collateral, as I was saying. So for a top tier college, there is no collateral. Just the offer letter that you have from the college is enough proof that the bank is ready to pay you such a high loan. So the next question is, okay, you will go and take the loan from the XYZ bank of the city in which your college is placed. But how do I pay the token money or the term 1 fees, which I have to pay before I reach college? How do I do that? So of course, the first option is that you pay the token money and the term 1 fees on your own. And once you reach college, you get your loan sanctioned, and the amount that you had paid as token money and the term 1 fees, you can get it back from the bank. But of course, there'll be people who cannot afford to pay the token money or the term 1 fees, which is roughly, like, for a good B school, it can be roughly 5 lakhs. So not all of us have 5 lakhs handy. So what do you do in that case? So there are two things. One, you can either initiate a loan from the hometown in which you're in. So for example, my hometown is Ranchi, and if I did not have the money to pay the token money on my own, what I would have done is I would have gone to SBI or CBI in Ranchi and shown them the offer letter and gotten a loan then and there. Or the second option is that you contact the bank branch in the city of your college and you send them all the documents via courier and email, and they sanction the loan even before you reach campus. So even these options are possible. But just for ease sake and for comfort, most people take a loan once they reach campus, unless of course it's an emergency. Now, what all is covered in this loan? Of course, there's the tuition fee covered, mess fees, any additional book exam fees. So everything that the college is taking from you, that's covered. Plus, they also cover monthly expense fee, monthly or term wise. So I remember in the loan offering that was offered to IIM Bangalore, close to 40,000 per term was available to you. You could take that if you wanted to for your month, like expenses, discretionary expenses. Plus, student exchange was also covered on loan. So yeah, you could opt to go on exchange from the loan disbursed amount. So the next question that I get is, do we get the entire amount, 20, like if, for example, if I've taken a loan of 30 lakh, do I get 30 lakh then and there, or is the 30 lakh paid then and there to the college? No. So the college demands fees from you term by term. So as soon as you enter, you have to pay the term 1 fees. That's it. Then once the term 1 is over, then you are required to pay term 2 and so on. And when the college asks the fees from you, that's when you reach out to the bank. So every start of the term, you coordinate with the bank either through call or through email and let them know that this is the amount that you want for this term. For example, if you got a scholarship in a certain term and you don't want to disburse the entire amount of the term fees, so you can just let them know, I just want X rupees to be transferred to the institute from my loan account. Yeah, and another thing, you never get the amount into your bank account, into your loan account. The amount is directly transferred to the institute's account. Now let's come to the loan repayment. A few things here. While you're studying, there is only simple interest calculated on the loan. Additional to the duration of your degree, you also get 6 months from the day of starting your job, or 1 year from the day you graduated. That's the additional moratorium period that you get, till when only simple interest is calculated on your principal amount, post which the compound interest starts. Now I've heard all kinds of different loan repayment strategies from different people. So earlier, when you got the tax benefit from the loan interest that you were paying, a lot of people try to extend the loan as much as possible. But now with the new tax regime, I also know so many people who are shifting to the new regime, where since you don't get any benefit, there's no point in delaying the loan and you're better off maybe paying off the education loan as soon as possible. That's at least what I'm trying to do with my loan. Post 6 months of joining your job, either the bank will contact you or you contact the bank to calculate the monthly EMI, which is of course calculated basis the period for which you've decided to extend your loan. Let's say, for example, I decide I want to pay off the loan in 5 years. So the interest rate into 5 years into the principal that I've taken, using the compound interest formula, of course, the monthly EMI is calculated. And you have to necessarily start paying minimum that amount. In addition to that monthly EMI, you can choose to pay in lump sum amounts basis any bonus or any other money that you want to start putting into the loan to decrease your loan amount. Of course, neither me nor my batchmates are close to the point of repaying our loans, since it's just been 1 year. If you consider the loan as a mental burden or as an investment, you are good repaying it, and as long as it's repaid between 15 years. So coming to the third part of the video, which is financial aid. Like I explained to you in the introduction of the video, all reputed institutions, be it IIMs or XLRI or the other good B schools, they have this thing called financial aid. The whole purpose of setting up this financial aid is that so that people who come from underprivileged families or humble backgrounds, or who are responsible or who already have multiple loans or are going through some distress period, they can avail a financial aid. So how it works is that as soon as classes start in these B schools, they roll out the financial aid form, which of course consists of first the application form, where you're required to fill in all the details, your financial details of you and your family with detailed proofs. Then it also has a part where you have to write an essay, an SOP of sorts, where you have to explain what is your condition and why are you requesting for a financial aid. And finally is the interview, where professors or deans or any external person interviews you, tries to understand your story, tries to understand the genuine need for financial aid. And if they really feel that you deserve an aid, they can give you a financial aid anywhere between 10% to 100%. The criteria for applying for financial aid can be different in different colleges. You can check it out. I'm listing the financial aid website link of multiple colleges in the description. Now, after the college-specific financial aid, each college also has their specific scholarships. These could either be set up by professors or alumni, or there are even corporates that set up these specific scholarships for certain B schools. For example, IMA has these certain scholarships for their students. Plus, these are the scholarships for IMB students that have been set up by alumni and corporates. Plus, all B schools also have academic excellence scholarships, as in the top performers of the first year, top performers of both the years combined, they get additional scholarship. Now, let's move on to corporate scholarships. So till now, all the points that I've covered, they require you to be in a certain college, and if that college provides those financial aid or scholarships, only then you can avail them. But corporate scholarships are more inclusive. A lot of them. Of course, there are certain corporate scholarships that are only for certain colleges and certain category of students within them. But a majority of the corporate scholarships are open for most postgraduate MBA professional degree students. And I'm going to be listing a few of them now. Starting off, one of the most popular MBA scholarships is the IDFC First Bank MBA scholarship, because they give MBA scholarships to close to 350 students across all colleges in the country. And there's the ONGC MBA scholarship. Along with just mentioning these scholarships here, I'm also putting them down in the description, the links to these websites, so that you can go and read about them in detail and see if you're eligible for them, when is the deadline, and so on. And there's the Indian Oil Education Scholarship by IOCL. Then there's Ericsson Empowering Girls MBA Scholarship. Then there's PNB Housing Bank Finance Protsahan Scholarship. Then there's SBIF Asha Scholarship. Then there's HDFC Bank Parivartan CSIS program. A lot of these scholarships are open to MBA students from across colleges and not just the top ones. So now there are few more scholarships which are very coveted ones, but they are not open to all. They are only open to the top performers, as in top 1 or 10 or top 20 students of the top B schools of the country. These are, of course, these are very big value adds to your profile. The Aditya Birla Scholarship. Then there's the OPGEM Scholarship. Even I'm not sure about the eligibility criteria for Mirai Fund Asset Scholarship. Now again, these corporate scholarships also work in a very similar domain. You have to fill out the form where they don't just ask you for basic details, they also ask for financial proofs. Then most of them require you to write essays explaining what challenges you faced, why you want the scholarship, and the final round in most cases is interview. A few of these scholarships also do background checks, for which they go and visit your home so that they understand that, okay, is your financial condition really what you've spoken about, or you're just lying. So yeah, a lot of these scholarships also do a very detailed, thorough background verification. One small thing that I want to mention about the SOPs that you'll be writing for these scholarships is that make sure that you neither undervalue what you've gone through. If you feel like, even though I write the truth, they'll feel that it's an exaggeration. Don't feel that. You write your honest truth. You write what you've gone through or what kind of financial hardships you've seen. But at the same time, don't try to exaggerate what you've gone through. Because in the interview, at least, they will figure out if you're lying or not. So that's one tip. And the second tip that I have for you when writing the SOPs for such scholarships is that speak in a positive light so that you explain to them, okay, I went through this, but this is what I've learned. This is how the challenges have shaped me. The drive that I have or the passion that I have to do good is so much more amplified because of what I've seen in my life. So those are the two things that I kept in mind when I was writing my applications for the financial aid or any scholarship. Another question that I get is, can I apply for multiple scholarships? Can I apply for a corporate scholarship if I've already gotten a financial aid, and questions like that. So honestly, it depends. There's no fixed answer. I know many students got financial aid from the college as well as applied for corporate scholarships. But I also know certain corporate scholarships that very clearly mention that you cannot apply for them if you've already gotten any other scholarship. So it's your duty to go and read in detail for every scholarship that you're applying. That is there a conflict? Can I apply for it or not if I've already gotten something? The next avenue that I want to cover is the CSIS scheme, which is the Central Sector Interest Subsidy Scheme, and it's linked to the loan itself. So when you're applying for an education loan, they ask you for your family income as well as family income proof. And if your family income is lower than 4.5 lakhs, you are eligible for the scheme. And what this central government scheme does is that it waives off the interest that you're having to pay on the loan. That make sure that you apply for the scheme when you're applying for the loan. Even if you miss out while applying, you can apply for it later and you can submit the documents. Two more things that I want to cover in this video are your summer internship stipend and case competitions, because the amount that you get after your summer internship stipend is good enough. So also keep that in account. That can help you reduce at least 2 to 3 lakhs of your education loan. And applying and winning in case competitions, because a lot of these corporate case competitions that are open to MBA students, they have a good prize amount. So if you apply for them and you win some of them, those can also be a venues that you can use to reduce the education loan that you have. I hope this video was helpful and it helped you answer a lot of your questions, which I know I had when I was preparing for CAT, and I wish I had a detailed video like this. So yeah, if you found this helpful, definitely like and subscribe for sure, and leave a comment if there is anything that I've missed, and if there's a specific question that you would want me to answer, I'll try my best to answer all the comments. That's it from me in this video, and keep preparing and don't worry so much about the loan or the amount that you'll have to pay. If you make it to a good B school, it'll be worth it. I'm almost in a good state now in terms of my education loan. I've paid a good chunk of it in just 1.3 years of passing out. Even you'll be able to do it. So don't worry, just focus on your prep and making it to the best B school you can. All the best. Bye-bye.